Welcome to TJM TV Daily News Update, your one-stop channel for everything news and gist happening all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time this video got to you. And if this is your first time of seeing any of our videos, please don't forget to go a step further, like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be one of the first persons to know whenever we drop a new video. Now let's take you straight up to the main news. Breaking news: Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested and brought back to Nigeria. Plus, the United Nations has said that the world cannot accommodate 240 million Nigerians if the country explodes. The leader of the proscribed group, the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been arrested and brought back to Nigeria for trial. Confirming the arrest of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Mr. Abubakar Salami, said that indeed Nnamdi Kanu has been arrested and he was brought back into Nigeria on Sunday the 27th of June 2021 and is in the custody of the Department of State Services awaiting trial. The news of the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu has come as a shock to many Nigerians, especially those of the Southeast origin, because the last time the federal government tried to arrest Nnamdi Kanu in 2017 by sending security operatives to his house, he was able to successfully escape and left Nigeria. After that incident, he became the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra movement and the head of the Eastern Security Network. Mr. Abubakar Salami also said that the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu was a combined effort between the Interpol and security agencies in Nigeria. And he said that Nnamdi Kanu has been taken to court for the continuation of his trial, which started in 2017. And the charges leveled against him are terrorism, treasonable felony, unlawful possession of firearms, and management of an unlawful society. Although the federal government of Nigeria is claiming that the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu was a joint effort between the Interpol and Nigeria security operatives, but there are news making rounds in the social media that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was actually lured by Nigerian security agencies to a hotel in Brazil using a woman as a bait because of his love for the female gender. And it was also said that when he got to the hotel awaiting the arrival of the lady, he noticed that there were security agencies all around, but didn't know that they were from Nigeria, else he would have escaped. While awaiting the said lady who walked hand in hand with the Nigerian security agencies, his drink was laced with a tranquilizer which he took and slept off, and the next thing he woke up in Nigeria. There are speculations that this may be the reason why President Muhammadu Buhari postponed his trip to the United Kingdom for the medical checkup, which was billed to take place on Friday the 25th of June 2021. The Buhari-led government over the years have made futile efforts to capture the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, and it has all proved abortive. Nnamdi Kanu will be tried in the Federal High Court in Abuja on the 26th of July 2021 for all count charges leveled against him by the federal government of Nigeria. Many people are saying that this may lead to a crisis in the nation, as there are some who see Nnamdi Kanu as their leader and president and not President Muhammadu Buhari. The former AD to the ex-president of Nigeria, Rino Omokri, has come out to say that Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem of the nation, but rather he is a symptom of the problem. In a tweet, he said, Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem, he is the symptom of the problem. The nepotism of Buhari and his clique/cabal is the problem. Until you address that problem, you will arrest one Nnamdi Kanu and 10 may arise in his place. Deal with the problem. Treat Nigerians equally. Hashtag Table Shaker. Another well-known media personality in Nigeria, Shehu Sani, has come out to say that despite the fact that the federal government of Nigeria has arrested Nnamdi Kanu, but the one thing the government should not do is to disrespect the human rights of Nnamdi Kanu, remembering that he is still a full-fledged citizen of Nigeria and should be treated as such. Meanwhile, in another development, the United Nations has warned that there is no place in the world that can accommodate 240 million Nigerians if the country is to tear apart and fall into crisis. Mrs. Amina Mohammed, who is the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, said that the United Nations does not want Nigerian youth to work against the interests of the country. They have also said that if over 240 million Nigerians were to migrate out of the country as refugees, that there will be no place to accommodate them. In a statement signed by the National Information Officer of the United Nations Office in Nigeria, Oluseye Shoromuke, he has cautioned that Nigerian youth should not do anything to tear the country apart. Rather, they should use their God-given gifts and talent and skills to start building the nation. Making reference to the hashtag EndSARS protest that eventually turned into something that was not planned for, following the fact that hoodlums hijacked the process, as well as the attack on the country by young Nigerians, especially on social media. She has said that youth played a lot of roles in this event that took place, and as such, that the youth have enough power, have all it takes to turn the country around, and as such, they should not do it in a negative way. Rather, they should do it in a more positive and impactful way that will lead the nation into greater heights. Furthermore, in a statement which was titled "Be Proud of Nigeria, Don't Condemn Her, Don't Lose Hope," she said, and I read, "You have got educations, you have the tools, and you have a huge future ahead of you, and you are condemning yourself before you start on that journey. Do not do that. Be proud of Nigeria, your country. Do not condemn her and do not lose hope." The statement further read, "I can assure you the world is not ready to take 240 million Nigerians. Therefore, let's think about how to salvage it." She also advised the Nigerian youth to stop comparing apples with oranges, saying that some Nigerian youths find it very easy to begin to compare Nigerians with other developed countries who are far older than the country. Mrs. Amina Mohammed urged Nigerian youth not to compare Nigeria with other countries who are ahead of them, rather to compare Nigeria with other countries that has the same number of population and they all got their independence at about the same time, adding that it is a very good way to check if the nation is progressing or not. She also charged the youth that with the education that they have received, they can impact positively on people's life, and have said people will only take you seriously because you are educated and you have finished a university. She said it may take a lifetime, but it does require people to make sacrifice. If enough of us are pushing in the right direction, there will be a big difference in no time. Young people must get involved. There is no reason to throw stones at any institution of government unless you are willing to get into that government and do something about it. Earlier in a similar event, the United Nations Secretary Antonio Guterres has also warned after the hashtag EndSARS protest held in Nigeria that welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us till the end of this video. But before we go, we just want to let you know that we're also on Facebook and on Instagram at DJMTV. Also check out our website at www.djmtv.news. There we drop news 247 non-stop. Do not forget that you could also place your advert with us here on DJMTV News, and be rest assured that your business will get to the desired market. Well, so we'll come your way again with another edition of DJN TV Daily News Update. I remain your host, Laura Favor. Yeah.
DJN TV.